Good evening, y'all. Welcome to another episode of the MASE and Shady Show. I see you got the shades on, MASE.
Yes, because it was real shady and real.
It was shady backstage. It was shady backstage. But we are here to bring y'all the mess. We're on Sunday this week. But thank y'all for joining us. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in.
You know, La. Hey, you bet.
Thank y'all so much for cooperating with us. Y'all know how we do. We switch it up every now and then.
Oh my, it was my fault, y'all, because I'm gonna tell y'all, I had 2 cones of ice cream yesterday. And I gotta take off my shades because this is serious business. And I know I had no business, but the ice cream was so good. And I just kept eating it. And around 6:35, I felt a punch, gut punch to my stomach. I felt like somebody uppercut me. Oh no. And oh my God, I was in the bathroom holding on to the towel rack, sweating. Sweating, holding on for dear life.
We understand. We all ate stuff we shouldn't have ate before.
Wig off. I mean, it sweated the glue off my wig. My wig, I came out the bathroom. My wig was all crooked to the side. Like, I can't do it.
We understand. Thank you, Nola, for coming in. Thank you, everybody who's going to catch the replay. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Let's go and get started with the mess. Let's talk about Wendy Williams first. Wendy Williams, you know, she's been going through it. She's recently been reported to be selling all of her belongings because she's looking to move from New York, I believe, to LA. She wants to move to LA, allegedly. And her team and her people around her are saying that she's not well mentally. And, you know, maybe she's not making the best decision right now. But she's selling all of her belongings, including her purple iconic chair.
Infamous, iconic purple chair. That is a staple.
I feel like
that should be in the Smithsonian. That is somewhere that needs to be somewhere, probably the Manhattan Metropolitan Museum. Like, because since she's a New York girl, you know, this is just sad that Whitney's legacy has gone down like this. I'm so saddened for her, and I feel really bad for her.
I feel bad for her too. I just wish she had someone that she could trust that was in charge of her finances. It seemed like everybody is shady around her. She don't have like somebody that really has her back and best interest in heart. It seemed like everybody is after the dollar. I think a lot of her money is still held up in Wells Fargo. So I don't know if that's the reason why she's doing this.
Well, I heard through the grapevine, allegedly her podcast show got canceled before it got started
because she's wilding. She's not the same Wendy. She's not the same Wendy.
I don't know. I'm not too sure, but I am. You know, I'm not a doctor in anything. I do work in the medical field. You know, but that foot. That gray foot that looked like that dilapidated foot, and that could not be healthy. Sitting, and then she was so proud, and she's like, you know, that foot is numb. I can't feel it. Hey, just simply, she say, I can't feel it, but I stand on it. You know, I stand up. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, sit down and get it cut off. Like, no, that foot.
Well, maybe she needs to have it amputated. You know, like
that foot has cut the foot.
Yeah.
This has been hashtag cut the foot for the past year. Like, cut the foot off, because that foot could be giving you nothing but infections. And who knows if the gangrene is setting and it's going to her brain, causing her to become, you know, you don't know what's going on. But she, you know, and I know she's young. She's only in her 50s. She's a well-known, you know, talk show host, and she's a celebrity. Like, she told, you know, people's like, F you, I'm a celebrity. You know, this is, you know, and it's hard to walk around with one foot. But if
you can get a prosthetic foot, and actually they have come out with prosthetic limbs for Black people, because usually a lot of the prosthetic limbs were like white limbs. But now you can get the Black prosthetic limbs. You can get you a Black foot that match your skin tone and keep it pushing. Sometimes
she could get a foot, and then she could even, you know, one foot. You know, because I know she's a big foot girl like me. I'm a size 10 to 11, but I think she's like a 13 or 14. And she could have that foot matched of a foot size. And you know who she should give a call? Maybe give a call to the young lady that was on the Real Housewives of New York who threw her prosthetic leg. Maybe she can call her and maybe she can get a discount on her leg or foot or whatever. But I think she needs to cut the foot. The foot needs to go. That could be setting in nothing but gangrene and infection. And that infection could go to her brain and God knows what can happen. I'm not saying that it's happening, but it could. And I think that she needs to cut the foot.
Yeah, I don't know if she's getting all the medical attention that she needs, because whenever she's out in public, her eyes are bulging out of her head. She doesn't look like she knows where she's at. But that's
from her thyroid. She has a hyperthyroid disorder, so it causes her to her eyes to bulge. But being that she lost more weight is causing you can see the protrusion a little more. But that's from her thyroid. She always had the popping of the eyes, but when she's losing weight, you can just see it more. It's more dominant.
Yeah, and I don't like to see people suffer, so I hope that she gets it together, gets a good team around her.
I blame Kelvin for this. This is ridiculous. He could have held on for another 10 years. He did not have to do this to Wendy the way she did, because sometimes when you're dependent on a man, and like we were speaking about earlier, that sometimes you put your whole life and everything into one person. Like you said, she doesn't have anyone around her because she isolated herself with her husband. Like, I have no friends. I just have my man. Like she said, when she have a man, it's my friends, she's always said that on her show.
Right.
But this is something that you probably need. Like, where's your sister? Probably you don't want to get nosy as Tommy.
Oh, your brother.
No, I don't think you want to mess up. Her brother is seeking the limelight. So I wouldn't go with him, because you can tell that he's seeking the limelight as well. She needs someone that doesn't want it, like her sister. Her sister's a lawyer. Her sister's probably well established in her life. She's not probably worried about, because we don't even probably know what her sister looks like. So it's not like her sister was out here, hey, see me. I wish somebody would step in and just cut her foot and take control of the finances. Please.
I'm gonna just let y'all see what she's been looking like in the public. It's no judgment here.
I love Wendy. Sad.
I do love Wendy, and I do hope that she gets it together. Let me see.
Please, I'm saying this. Please. I'm saying this.
Look how she drags that foot. That foot has to go. And then she's so determined, and she's being such a strong woman, and she's just walking around on that lifeless gray foot. She's just being really, we don't want you to be strong. Like, we know that you're strong and you're fighting, but it's okay, Wendy, to lean on something, a crutch. Like, lean on something, but stop dragging that dead foot around. Please.
Yes. So we're going to continue to pray for her, and hopefully she gets it together. But also, side note, did you see that story? It happened about a week ago of that lady.
Every time I hear it.
That lady who unalived her baby dad on Facebook Live.
Oh, yes, I did see the
all story. Because I'm not going to post it, because a lot of stuff I don't post. But I look at it, but I don't post it. But so basically what happened was she was on Facebook Live trying to drag her husband, not husband, but baby dad, because he was out giving people rides and he didn't make the kids breakfast. So she was arguing with him. Her mom was there, egging it on, talking bad about him, dogging him out, and he was just trying to get his stuff and leave. He just said, I wanted to leave. And she's antagonizing him, and she's blocking him from leaving. Then we hear the gunshots go off, and then all the screaming and the OMGs and all of that.
It was a lot between those gunshots. This gentleman was, God bless his dad. Like, my condolences to his family. But this was so horrible because he was even on the phone with his uncle. He was on the phone with his uncle, and I guess you couldn't hear what the other party was saying, but he was saying, no, I'm leaving. I'm just trying to get my stuff. I'm trying to get out of here, whatever. And then she was still egging him on. And she even went to him, and you can hear her trying to tussle with him. And he's like, get off me. Stop hitting me. Stop hitting me. What are you doing? And she's like, you wanted trying to fight with him and just give me a reason. It was giving, give me a reason. Mm-hmm. Give me a reason. And she was struggling with him so much. Maybe he had, because you couldn't see at the time because the phone was down. So you just heard the ruckus in the background. Maybe, I don't know if he pushed her off him, because
he had his phone in his hand, so he had his phone So I believe that he was trying to leave.
Yeah,
like,
he was
trying
to leave, but this is what I'm saying. She's trying to hit him and trying to grab him because he was like, "Stop hitting me." And you could hear him saying, "Stop hitting me, get off me." And it's like she was hitting him and wanting him to hit back so she could have an excuse to do something. It was like she wanted, like you was egging him and trying to hit him. And I don't know if he eventually pushed her, because then that's when she stopped and you heard the, "Oh, you hit me?" And then you heard the footsteps. Then you heard the thing like she went and got something. You went and got something. But that's what it seemed like. So as far as the tape, ma'am, you wasn't in immediate danger. And as far as I heard, I think he was shot in the back of the head.
I don't think that it was an accident. I think
it wasn't an accident. She needs to go down. She needs to be put under the jail.
She already down. She's already in jail. You did it on Facebook Live. The evidence is already out there. You're in jail. Now the kids don't have
the mother mama. And grandma, mama is lucky that no charges could be brought up on her. But if there was a law of instigating or whatever, you were, because you were instigating and you didn't stop.
Instigating the heck out of that. That had nothing to do with the grandma. If he did make the kids breakfast, are they old enough to go in the kitchen get them some cereal?
And even if it wasn't, girl, you had time to do this.
You could have made breakfast. Exactly. You could have made breakfast.
You could have been there scrambling the egg or two.
Yeah. You could have made breakfast because it didn't look like he was going to work. It didn't look like he was coming back from work either with them rollers.
And then the coup de grace, you know what they try to say? They try to say that she was saying that he was allegedly homosexual or something. And I'm like, but even if he was, because that got thrown in the mix there too. Even if he was, girl, then let him go, because obviously he don't want you. You know what I'm saying? Like, why were you trying to hold him there? Like, if you didn't want this man and you was and he's this and he's that, and why were you trying to hold him here when that man was trying to leave? That man was trying to leave. Like, I swear, and it's so crazy. And his family must live close in the vicinity because his mother arrived on the scene as well. Did you see the extended version of the video? I didn't
see the extended version. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I didn't see the extended version. I just saw up until where the gunshots rang out and then they start hollering and screaming. I was really.
It's a longer version.
Yeah, I haven't seen that because I didn't want to, because it's really traumatic. It really is.
It is. And like I said, his mother even came on the scene. Like, you hear the cops. I don't know if she could have dropped the phone in the chaos and didn't know that the phone was still recording, because it's like the mother even, I don't know if the uncle, probably who he was on the other line with, maybe called the mother, like, get over there. I heard, her son. And the mother even came on the scene, like, the mother to see your son laid out, like,
for no reason.
And then also the key point too in this video that's going to be used against her in the court of law is that, because I'm a lawyer, I play one on Messy Night Court. But the coup de grace that is that she said, "I don't want to go to jail."
You going, baby?
I don't want to go to jail. Oh, I don't want to go to jail.
Girl, all this hollering and girl.
And it wasn't the thing. The initial wasn't, "Oh my God, call 911. I can't believe I hit him. He shot." It was, "I don't want to go to jail." That was the first words that came out.
Meanwhile, he's allegedly bleeding out and all this other stuff. Yeah, you're going to not jail, but prison.
Prison.
You're going to prison. So
we're gonna see you on Prison Stories. I hope you got, you know what they need to bring back, Scared Straight. They need to bring back Scared Straight. 5 to 10 years, maybe 20. You need to be telling your stories to other young ladies about how to keep cooler heads, because sometimes we let our feelings and emotion get the best of us.
And that's a segue into our next story, because it seems like it's the running trend of people putting hands on each other. I don't know what's going on, but it seems like everybody just putting hands on each other.
This girl, I cannot take.
So Britneytaylor, for a lot of y'all who may not know her, she's not that relevant, but she was on Love and Hip Hop New York for a little while. She was beefing with what's her name? Bianca. And then she also sued Remy Ma for alleged.
No, she lied on Remy Ma.
Well, I believe Remy Ma probably did push her or do something.
No, she wasn't even there. That's how Remy Ma got off. She wasn't even.
She wasn't even at the event.
She wasn't even at the location where this girl said that the altercation had. She never was there. That's how they threw the case out. Like, girl, like you was just making up lies. You got mad with Remy because during the reunion, Remy said something to her and she got real snippety. And then everybody was like, oh, you know, because everybody think ever since Remy pow to her friend that she, you know, a real, you know, man and slaughterer. So everybody act like if she say something, you got to be scared. You know what I'm saying? So everybody was like, ooh. And so then she turned around, was apologized, like, no, because you a queen and everything like that. And so Remy was like, look, I don't care if I'm the queen. That ain't got nothing to do with it. You know, whatever like this, you need to calm down or whatever. Remy put her in her place. But so then you had a grudge against this woman and you made up a blatant lie about this woman because you knew her situation. So you made up a lie and said that she attacked you at a location this woman was never at. Right. So she's a known liar.
So this week it has come out that she allegedly had a physical altercation with her baby dad, and she was hitting him allegedly across the head with a baseball bat. He posted the pictures of his injuries, and you could clearly see that he was hurt. And after the pictures came out and it came out that she was arrested, she bonded out, but she was arrested. She said that she's been abused for the past 3 years, that he's been putting his hands on her for the past 3 years. And that's why she did what she did. And nobody believes her and this, that, and the third. But I think that's why you have to work on your reputation. Your reputation will often go before you. Mm-hmm. Now that you did all this mess in the past, people don't believe you when something may have gone down. But at the same time, when you raise a bat to somebody's head, you're trying to unalive them. I mean, if you wanted to hit them, you would hit them in the leg, the arm, the back. But to go and use a baseball bat to try to hit someone's head, you was trying to unalive that man. So I don't necessarily believe anything that she's saying.
I don't know. I wouldn't want any woman to be abused. I hope, you know, that if she was being abused, that she finds another, you know, outlet, a safe haven for her not to be abused, but send her to prison, jail.
But if you are being abused, if a man is putting his hands on you, you do not have to stay in that situation for 3 years and be silent. But
we can't. You know what? That's a hard thing to call.
I know it's not easy.
It's really hard to call because some people's situations they be stuck, and I've witnessed people be abused in the relationship, and they like you be like, oh, you know, you can leave, and then sometimes they just don't have no way out. I don't know if that's her case.
Britneytaylor, you're supposed to have money. You're supposed to have money where you can.
I didn't even know she had a child. Like,
she has a child.
I didn't even know she had a child, but I hope she gets out of that situation. Stop hitting people in the head with baseball bats. But you know, just send her to prison. I don't know. Just send her to jail anyway. She'll be safer in jail.
Going along with the trend of putting your hands on people, we're going to talk about Jonathan Majors, who messed up his whole career just as it was taking off because you wanted to.
Don't put a picture of him up there, please, because I'm going to put it up. Wait a minute. Hey, Shar.
Because it seemed like he can only look good. He feel like
because I was watching my favorite YouTuber,
Tasha K.
No, that's my one. Storm Monroe. And you know what he called this mirror? And I've been singing this thing all week long. He been calling him an old face nigga. So like he looked like a old face nigga. And I was like, oh my God, all I heard was wade in the water. Wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. But he does look like a Negro spiritual. He does look like he could play a runaway slave. Like he gives that look. He got that like plantation look, very plantationist.
Especially when he wears black and white and doesn't iron his suits. But also in every picture that I pulled up of him, he always does this.
Cause he got to do this like who me? That's the who me. Wait a minute. Jonathan, did you beat
he's one of those
dad?
people that only feel like he look good unless he's doing the duck lips.
I think maybe that's his look because as they're saying, as stuff is starting to unfold and they're bringing up priors. They saying that he ain't unfamiliar with whipping a bitch ass. Like he's not
allegedly.
They saying that so that's his who me look. Did you beat that bitch ass, Jonathan? See who me? That's
But it's such a shame. I feel like it's such a shame because his career was actually on the incline. He just did Creed. He was on the cover of Ebony doing this. And
his body, and they are alleging that he's allegedly could be on steroids.
Possibly.
That because his upper part, because when I started finding him attractive is when I saw him in The Harder They Fall on Netflix. If y'all didn't see that, go check that out. That is my cousin Regina King does an excellent excellent job. Like my cousin is the bomb. Okay. And this man in that movie, he played that movie, and I was like, oh my God, he became like sexy. And also on the series they canceled on HBO. I think
which one?
Not The Watchmen. It was another series. Like they got thrown back into time, and also the gentleman that died, Omar from The Wire.
Yeah, I know.
He was on a series along with Journey Smollett, Juicy's sister. He was on the series as well. It was really good, and I can't think of the name, but I think I'm gonna Google it. So if y'all missed it, y'all can check that out. All I do is watch TV. But that series is really good, but they canceled it. But he was on the up climb, like he was doing well. He was about to enter Persuasion Hollywood. That's how his name. Jonathan Majors, correct?
Jonathan Majors, and
does anyone know the name of that?
Look it up on online to see. But that's all I got on him. He just ruined his whole
but did y'all see the text? We see no. You got to dive deeper because the text that he said that the text is that his team was saying that was going to exonerate him, that was going to show that he had no fault in the situation, actually criminalized him more, in my opinion. The text, I'm going to paraphrase. The text is basically
the text from whom?
From his girlfriend, the alleged victim.
Okay.
The text from the alleged victim, I'm going to paraphrase. It's basically telling him that, look, I spoke to the cops. I'm trying to get them to drop the charges. I don't want anything to happen to you. They know we had an altercation because it's the visible scarrings that's up around my décolletage. You know what I'm saying? So they know that
allegedly he put his around her neck.
But this is what the text was saying. She's writing a text to him. Basically, it was a text saying, I'm not going to tell on you. And I told them not to arrest you. I told them not to, I told the people, and I was like, y'all should have never put this text out. This text is incriminating as hell. Like a first year law student could charge, get him on this text alone. The text has the woman.
Who released the text? Did she release it?
They say his team had text that was going to exonerate him, going to prove that he did no wrong. But the text was showing her apologizing to him, but still seeming like a battered woman. Like, I'm saying sorry to you because I know how that's what the text was basically like. I'm sorry this happened. I told them not to arrest you. I try to, get them not to do anything. It's not my fault. But they, it's visible scarring on my neck. They know that we had an altercation, but I told them that. So the lady took my statement, and I said in the statement that I didn't want anything to happen to you. That I didn't want anything. I shouldn't. I got.
It doesn't matter if he gets criminal charges or not. His public reputation is
screwed. But I'm saying the text did not help.
It doesn't even matter at this point because it only takes us one strike. Persuasion gets 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We only get one. And when you're trying to make it in this industry, you have to have a clean slate. And he just ruined it for himself.
Yeah, he did. Let me see if I can find that.
So I would say we're gonna keep him on the prayer list, but I guess not.
What is his name again?
Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan. I don't even remember his name. So
I mean, just look up the duck lips. Just look it up.
No, look up who me. It wasn't me.
So next, let's move on to some Bravo news. Miss Quad. So allegedly, it has come out that Miss Quad has quit Married to Medicine, all because her ex-husband and his fiance have joined the cast. And Quad has decided to exit stage left. And I'm kind of disappointed. I kind of wish that Quad would have stuck it out. Even if it would have been awkward. Yes, make sure y'all like the video. Even if it would have been awkward, I feel like Quad.
Wait, I got the. It's called Lovecraft Country. Lovecraft Country is really good.
But Quad. I mean, at the end of the day, we was getting sick of you on Married to Medicine anyway. With all your narcissism, you could have stayed and got your coin, but you decided to exit stage left. I mean, some people don't blame her. Nola don't blame her for quitting. I mean, I just feel like you could have just had your own storyline. Phaedra was on there, and you cool with Phaedra, so why couldn't you be just filming with Phaedra?
But you know what? I think Phaedra is a lot to do with it as well, because as we all know, that Phaedra met Quad through Dr. G. You understand? So Phaedra is still very
Phaedra
much
messed with him too. So
that's a man, but she's very much friends with Dr. G, obviously, to meet which was his current wife. So you were still in contact with him as friendly. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So therefore, if Phaedra is on the show of Married to Medicine, maybe Phaedra will be friendly with with his wife coming in, his new wife.
Why wouldn't she be?
This is what I'm saying. So maybe Quad. Because like I said, this is a new character that's coming in. A lot of the ladies is not going to take, blame her for any, things or whatever. They're going to try to get to know her. You understand? I don't think any of the ladies is that cool with Quad where they would shun Dr. G's new fiance or wife. I don't think they're that cool with her.
They're
where
actually cooler with the fiance.
This is what I'm saying. So therefore, I knew Quad is not going to be able to take the heat. Like she talks a lot. She talks a lot of yang, but she ain't going to be able to take that heat in there, because I would have sat right there that next season. I'd have been there looking good, been in with your wife's face. We'd have been sitting there having mimosas and everything, looking good, looking better than her, sitting right there, and then talk about my new dates. And I'd have been bringing dates on and even if I had to buy somebody like Kenya Alleged Moore, I would have bought somebody and brought them, but I wouldn't have left. You wouldn't have scared me off my show. You ain't gonna scare me off my show. You Miss Quad. You got it, Miss Quad. You got it. Don't you got it, Miss Quad? Only the strong survive.
It looked like she might have quit mid-season. You could have at least finished the season out now.
You weak. You weak. You
at least finished the season, and then if you was gonna leave next season. But
right, I would have split this season and then left next season.
With her paid on my house. Maybe Mariah can come back, because we've been wanting Mariah back anyway, and I'd rather have Mariah than Quad.
Do you think the reason why Mariah didn't come back was because of Quad?
I do think the viewers were getting tired of the Mariah versus Quad saga. The Mariah versus Quad saga did drive a wedge between Mariah and the other girls. And I do think eventually when they got rid of Mariah, they started disliking Quad. Quad started getting on their nerves too, including some Dr. Jackie, Dr. Simone. Dr. Jackie, she's very, to do and all of that, but she have her ways about her too.
No, but
she don't fool with you, she don't fool with you.
No, let me tell you something. Dr. Jackie ain't nobody but heavenly in sheep's clothing. Dr. Jackie is heavenly. She's friends for no reason.
If she don't fool with you, she don't fool with you.
But that's because you had to push her to not fool. Like when Mariah sat at that table when they had that lemon squeeze, and Mariah mentioned about, do you have any children? Did you push out any children? That was it for her.
She wasn't lying.
No, she wasn't lying, but that was over for her. Do you saw that look? Dr. Jackie shot Mariah like, bitch, I will never like you. Never. Like, I will pretend in your face or whatever, but girl, I got a knife in your back every time. I don't like you. And she was on it since then, like I said. But
Dr. Jackie does hold a grudge.
Dr. Jackie is heavenly, but they're opposite ends of the spectrum. Heavenly, like, is gonna. Dr. Jackie's not going to say nothing, but she's thinking everything Heavenly is saying. Everything that come out of Heavenly's mouth, Dr. Jackie's thinking it. But she just is she's prim and proper. She won't say it, but she'll shade you down. But she's not going to say it. But she's thinking it. That's why her
What I was told is that especially like from Heavenly and Toya, just going by what Heavenly and Toya have said, is that they were filming and she left. That's what Heavenly. I'm just going by what Heavenly said. That's just that, and that's neither here nor there because it is Heavenly. We talk about everybody on this chat on this channel. Nola, Dr. Jackie.
No, but that's not nothing. That's not bad. But Dr. Jackie is Heavenly. She's just not as verbal as Heavenly. But they think alike. That's why I like Dr. Jackie and I like Heavenly. Heavenly is going to say what's on her mind. She's going to say it and she's going to speak it and then turn around like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Why? But Dr. Jackie be on the side. I was thinking it.
Well, I'm still gonna be tuned in to Married to Medicine.
I am too. I'm mad. Quad is a punk. Like, girl, Quad, you were supposed to sit there and you were supposed to twirl and show out, and this was the time for you to do all your fag hat stuff. The stuff you be like, yeah, girl, and then yeah, you supposed to really hag it out. Like, you, girl, what happened?
Lord. Speaking of Bravo news, let's talk about Eva Marcel, who recently filed for divorce against her husband, Mr. Sterling. I don't even know what the issue was. Do you know what the issue allegedly was? Because was he cheating?
All I know, he's not giving up his wife and his family without a fight. He said he's willing to fight, like he fight in those court cases in the court. He is ready to fight for his wife. That he's ready to get on.
Oh, Michael Sterling. They have a young child together. I want to say the baby is like two young children, I believe. Those kids was nothing but those look like Irish twins. Them kids was like steps. Well, them other kids not his. He adopted.
No, that's Marley. The daughter. Marley is not his, but the two boys are his.
So, given the fact that they have kids and he adopted your other child from your other crazy baby daddy, what's the problem? What did he do? Y'all just saying he don't match because he seemed like a nice guy.
He does, but when I saw him with Eva, I didn't see it. I was like, wow, she's with a lawyer. Someone's like a politician.
She wanted to do a Sierra. She prayed the Sierra's prayer. She got her a good man, Savannah. She got a good man at home. He might not be as excited as the others. He's a
flower child. Eva is a flower child, so she is. That other baby father said that she was down there rooting and booting and twirling and doing spells and had him crazy and dropping the Florida water in the water allegedly.
No, he has mental issues himself.
Yeah, he has mental issues, but she is a flower child. She is a goddess. She's a flower child. She is. I smell it on her. She is. She's probably a practicing witch.
Well, I don't. Allegedly, I don't know about that.
Allegedly, I don't know about that. I just the smell I get on her, like I can sense. I smell my people.
I just feel like maybe this is something that can be worked out because lately people have been filing for divorce and we don't know what the issue is. Like Tia and Corey. Tia filed for divorce and we still don't know what was the issue.
Assume what the issue was. The issue was that Tamara, Tia wants to get out here and do, she's giving me Ashley vibes. Like she's out here, want to do TikTok. She want to.
She want to.
She said that she want to be out here. Like I think one of her post on Instagram, is like she's trying to live her life.
So you shouldn't have got married.
I think after a while, when she realizes that Corey, she picked him up from a bus stop. Yeah, he has a little.
She did pick him up.
He has his acting gigs here and there, but he's a good actor. When he does act, when he works, he works.
So it was that it was it the fact that he wasn't working like that?
I don't know. Like I really don't know because I thought she didn't mind. You did pick him up from the bus stop. Like you in my like I don't think maybe that was an issue.
Because she always talked about his potential and everything, but maybe she felt like the potential wasn't potentialing. Maybe it wasn't going anywhere. Maybe that was it, but she never really gave a reason. Hey, Carol.
Hey, Carol. Well, he was in a movie with Keke Palmer. I like that movie. It's an old movie, but I really like it. It's called Philly something. Philly something about Philadelphia. He was in that movie. He was in The Shy. He was up in The Shy. And he was up on 50 Cent. Had put him in the movie. It was on Crackle. It was on Crackle. And then he was on another movie. It was like an army type movie. He played in. So he's working, but maybe it's not consistent. But I thought she didn't mind because she picked up brother from a bus stop. So I thought,
but bringing it back to Eva and Michael Sterling, he has a great job. He's a politician. He's a lawyer. He's your baby dad. Your kids look like
But they don't make that much money. Like politicians and it depends on what they're politicking on.
They got money. They're not broke.
I don't think they're broke, and I don't think it's probably a money issue. Maybe it's something else. You never know what's going on, people's personal lives. Maybe it's,
So we're gonna keep them in prayer. I want them to
I hope they get back to. I hope they work it out and get back together. They made such a cute couple, and they have those cute boys and cute Marley, and he adopted, your daughter. It was just such a cute family.
Yeah.
I hope they work it out.
I want to see our Black family stay together.
I blame this role she playing, Madam.
So moving on to the next thing, we got to talk about Housewives of Atlanta, who the trailer has come out this week, and Housewives of Atlanta will be dropping on May 7th, and we will be reviewing it here. May. It gives us time. So they did 2 visuals. So Atlanta has been doing this thing where they pay for their own visual and then they do the Bravo visual. I think this is the one that they paid for themselves.
They need to get their money back.
So we're going to go through the looks. You don't like the looks, Mace? You don't like the looks that they was
I don't
getting?
like the whole thing, like the background. I see where they were going with it. It's given like a 1970s. I'm on Soul Train. Ooh, I'm Black. Fight the power. Oh, Diane. It's given all those. It looks like a Soul Train commercial, like in the middle of the Soul Train when they have the commercials. That's what it's given. But I see the look what they were going for, but I don't think it was executed properly.
It does look retro. I will admit that, especially.
No, it doesn't give it a 70s vibe. I see the look that they were going for, but it just wasn't executed for me. It was like something's missing.
I feel like some people looked good, and we're going to talk about the some people that looked good. Y'all make sure you go over on Instagram and follow us, Mace_Marrow and Shady Room on Instagram. So first, I think Kenya looks amazing. Her hair looks good. Her body looks good. I love this color on her. To me, she killed it. I mean, there's nothing I can say about this.
Kenya's another one. She's up there with Dr. Heavenly. To me, they can't do no wrong to me. I don't care what you saw her do. She didn't do it. Like she did. It didn't happen. Like, but she looks gorgeous. She's the Black Barbie. She's always been a Black Barbie to me. I think she's one of the prettiest ladies on TV. Like,
oh yeah, this back to Eva. That's what people were saying that she wants charcuterie board instead of her husband.
What is going on in Atlanta? What's going on?
That's what they said. That's what the people said. I don't know, but she's allegedly fluid, and they're saying that she wants charcuterie board.
Yeah, because they never really ever cleared up that rumor about her and Missy. Because who said it?
I think she admitted to it, didn't she?
No, she just didn't say anything. She just did. Well, to my knowledge, she just didn't say anything. She was just like, what?
But let's talk about Sheree.
It looked like John Majors. That's his name. When they asked her, she said, "Who, me?"
But what do you think about Sheree's look?
I don't like it.
To me, it's basic as basic Sheree always do. I mean, it's real boring.
But Sheree to be so much this fashion, like Sheree wasn't no fashion. Like she was just fronting. Like the first season of Housewives when she came out and she had the stylist and they was bringing all the shoes and stuff to our house and we was just living for Sheree. We didn't know no better. We didn't know no better. Like we did not know no better. This was our first time being introduced behind the gates, and we didn't know no better. But Sheree is tied. That braid is tied.
I don't like the edges, the circle edges that she has. I don't like that.
Oh, for baby.
We're gonna just get past her.
Yeah, now.
We done got worse. I feel like if you have muscular arms, do not do the big old shoulder pads.
Like you are muscling through like Johnny Bravo. Like, what are you doing? Like,
I can see where you was going, and it could have been cute. However, them shoulder pads, I think her hair looks good. I like her hair, but the shoulder pads with the metallic in the middle.
Maybe if she had just took her hands off her hips.
No, it's just you
because she just really put it up there. Like she like, oh, see these pads. You know, you want to see these shoulders.
Ooh, I don't know. Y'all not gonna let Eva live with that black comment.
No, Sean, let me tell you something. Sean, she is not even not remembering. She is conveniently forgetting because she remembered. She was like,
okay, she threw a little bit of shade. Okay, but
if you throw it, you're gonna have to stand behind it. That I didn't like that about her, Eva Shaw, because if you throw it, stand behind it, stand on it, 10 toes down. She never stand on her shades. Like when? Who said that? Who said that?
No, Sheree has no fashion. Like you supposed to be the fashion girl, but you're not. Like you trying hard to be the fashion girl.
She never was, and we were fooled. I'm telling you, the first season we didn't know no better. We were fooled.
Don't even do Fashion Nova, Bernice. Fashion Nova be looking better than what Sheree.
This is Fashion Nova, and
Fashion Nova look better than what Sheree be doing. Sheree, she just be putting stuff together.
Sheree could have went to Fashion Nova and did a better job.
This is enough. This is.
You was breaking up.
Mace, you there? Oh,
yeah,
no, go ahead. I didn't hear what you were saying.
Oh, no, I was just telling you I couldn't hear you.
I said that was a no, Sheree was a no, and Sanya was a no, and this is a no for me as well. I don't like the dress. The hair is a little bit too much for Candy's head. She has a small head, and that hair is just, it could have been combed out a little bit more for me.
I think the dress is nice. I like the dress, but the hair is a lot. That's a lot. Like I said, they were going for that 70s look, that retro vibe, and I think it should have been, if she was going to do the full hair, it should have been more fuller up to the top. It looked like it, like you said, wasn't combed properly. It's giving like I slept on my fro, but then I got up to do a show. That's what it's giving. But yeah, Candy's okay.
I mean, I know they were going for the retro thing, but nah, it's a no for me, dog. On this, it's a no for me. It's too much hair for her head.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. It's a lot.
It's a lot of hair. Marlo always got to be different. She the only one sitting down in the picture. But
yeah, Marlo, it's okay. We're gonna let you pass, Marlo, even though you look like you got on somebody's raft, like the rafties that the people you look like you out here with a kid's raft, like you snatched a kid's raft right off the lake and cut it up and made a dress out of it. We're gonna let you go. And I don't even know why people are wearing this thing. That thing is that
you talk about the stripes,
the inflation. It looks like it's like I don't like it. I don't like this.
To me, she could have did better with the dress because it actually looks better with her sitting down. Because when she's standing up, it looks like it doesn't fit properly, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is okay, but Marlo, you are the fashion girl. You could have done better than this.
Yeah, you're supposed to be the fashion girl. Once again, fashions with no fashions. I feel like Drew ate a lot of the girls up. Surprisingly, I like the hair.
She looks safe. It looks safe. The hair.
I like the fit. I like the fit. I like the hair. Her body looks good. I don't know if she's wearing Spanx or if she's working out. You know, she was dropped it by Drew.
She was in the gym. You know,
she dropped it with Drew. I think
maybe
she looks good.
Basketball like as an exercise. Maybe she, plays basketball now, like as an exercise.
But I guess when you start getting a divorce, you start looking good, dressing good. Yeah, I like Drew's look. Yeah,
I like it. She gave it. It says nice and safe. The dress, her silhouette looks good. Like you said, the body is definitely bodying. the dress, the hair is safe. It's not. It's just giving enough. Like, look, I did a little extra with the hair, but it's not too much.
But this is what Candy could have did. You could have worn a lot of hair, but not have it all over the place. You know, just. And she needs a stylist.
Yeah, Candy would have even looked good with a pulled back fro. You know, it could have been that big, but had it pulled back into like a big ponytail, so you could have saw more of her face because that hair overwhelmed Candy's face. Like, we didn't see your face, Candy.
It overwhelmed and it needed to be combed out a little bit more. Like, it was just a little bit too coiled up for me in the back.
Hey, Ray.
And this is the newcomer to Housewives. I'm looking up her name now because I can't even remember. But she looks safe.
I don't like that flower there. I don't know.
I hope she brings it this season. She's going to be a friend of. She's not going to be one of the main girls. Her name, come on. I should have looked it up before we even started.
Well, why are you finding that? Let me ask the people.
Courtney.
You know what I always wanted to know? Because I want an all-star housewife team, like a Housewives of Atlanta. Who would be your top 5? Like, to bring back anybody. If you could bring back anybody from Atlanta.
We're going to talk about that in a second because somebody was in the trailer that shouldn't have been in the trailer.
Oh, who was there?
But before we get to that, let's talk about Monyetta. Once again, safe. She looks good, but safe.
Yeah, she does look good.
She's a peach holder, but she looks safe. I want to talk about Kim Hosiak, who swore up and down that she would never come back to Housewives.
I know she's like, because if she come back, I'm out.
She was in the trailer.
I'm out. I'm not watching. I'm not watching Housewives with her on it. I freaking refuse. Like, this is so. They run to her rescue because she's losing her house, and then like, Noah, that's enough. Like,
Bravo has a good relationship. Andy has a good relationship with Kim Hosiak.
Yeah, because then she just put an article out to my Andy saved her.
Andy saved her because he got her the gig with Housewives to, maybe he fronted her some money.
No, because somebody, allegedly, somebody paid off that house, but they paid off the house, but she is in debt to them. Like, where the bank won't take it, allegedly.
But Kim Zosiak, I remember when you were on the show and you felt like that last season you were on, you felt like you deserved an award for being the only white woman on there. Taking the abuse from the black women who was so aggressive. You called them aggressive. You said they were violent and you were above them and you will never come back to that ghetto show. And here you are in the trailer.
I do not want to watch it if Kim is going to be on
I don't think she's going to be. I think she's doing like a cameo here and there. I don't think she's gonna be even a friend of the show.
I don't even want her to be a cameo. I want her to be I don't want her to be around the Housewives. I don't want her or Corey and his big booty and them bad kids down to the house. I don't want them on the Housewives.
This is what I believe too, Carol. I believe Bravo and Andy probably fronted her some money, and she gotta make it up by filming.
No, but somebody paid off her house, like the way that loan went to where she was able to.
Andy Cohen.
They paid the full balance, and they transferred the documentation over to them, so she owes them instead of the bank. So that's somebody doing a favor for you. Like, look, I'm gonna pay this off, and then you're gonna in turn pay me and. Thing, but it's all in writing. So if you foreclose on that thing, the property goes to whoever paid off into the bank. So, like, I'm just disgusted that she was in the trailer. You mentioned that she's in the trailer. I'm glad I didn't look at it.
She is in the trailer, so she will be returning. I don't think as a friend of, or as a main cast member. But we are going to go on a quick commercial break. And then when we come back, we're going to talk about snotting Latocha.
Well, while we to put in their top 5 housewives, if you could bring back anybody for Atlanta, the top 5, because I want to see an all-star housewife team for Atlanta. Who would you bring back?
While y'all putting that in the comments, make sure y'all hit the like button and continue to comment throughout the video, and we will be back shortly after this. Yeah, I don't know if y'all can see the snot dripping down from her nose, but Latasha is really upset. Y'all have been dragging her. Y'all have been dragging her mother up and down social media, and she really don't know what's going on. She really don't know why y'all doing her like this. Y'all have unfairly attacked Latasha, and she's just trying to get her gospel career off the ground. And she's snotting because she's hurting. Each snot bubble represents a tear that was shed, a tear that cannot come back.
They represent every lie that was told. That's what them damn snot bubbles represent. They represent a lie. They represent every lie that was told. That is Lataco. I'm a liar up in the choir.
But before we even get to her apology tour, let's get to her interview on the Ricky Smiley show, where Debrat was really calling her out on how she was doing Escape back in the day. She was like, I was with y'all back in the day, and it was a lot of times that you made Candy feel a certain type of way, and she was upset, and I do remember her being upset. Well, I don't remember that. You don't never remember. Latasha never seems to remember the stuff that she does. And then Rocky get on there, and to me, Rocky was making threats. He always threatening somebody. He's telling the brat, you know what it is. You know what it is. And to me, with your reputation, that sounds like a threat to me. It sounded like you was basically saying, don't let me catch you in the street.
But she did. They did. Well, she did. Well, during the commercial break of the situation, she did say, the brat, I need to see her. And she was like, ain't she pregnant? But the brat was definitely like, oh, I may be pregnant, girl, but do not play with me.
I think her emotions would make her be coming out a little bit more because she was pregnant.
No, but she said what she said. The brat is the type like, if you're a friend of the brat seems like a good friend. Because although like she will, if you're wrong, she's not going to say nothing. But if you're right, she's going to say something. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're wrong, she's going to stay quiet. Like, but when you're right, she is going to speak up. So I think that she is a good friend in that matter because she did speak up and say, but Latasha, you were more so the leader of the group. Everyone did what you wanted them to do. Like, and especially with your sister was like two against, she was like, oh no, I don't remember that. I don't remember that. Child, I wasn't even there and I remember that. You didn't.
I believe she did all of that, but now it's just like we say, what goes around comes around, and I think it's just coming back. Everything that you did throughout the years is coming back. Now you're doing an apology tour. You're online trying to make it seem like you have an open marriage because all these mistresses are allegedly coming out. There's a new mistress allegedly, and I don't know how many more mistresses that there are. And I believe that you did not. Maybe it was open to Rocky, but it wasn't open to you. You ain't sleeping around. I believe he's sleeping around.
Well, you never know. Like we can't even put that out because you just never know. Because sometimes, like I said, they run around here like Thomasine and
you got a gospel album you're trying to put out, talking about you have an open marriage. That doesn't go together.
But a gospel album is a bag. You understand what I'm saying? It's
more than a bag. It's not the same. It's a different industry. You have to have a certain type of lifestyle.
Right. So this is more easier for her to get into with her voice. With her thing, what would be more easier for her to sing and sell? She's not sexy. It's nothing like she could sit in the middle of the bed with that bat all she wants to, child. You can sit in the middle of the bed with that bat all you want to, girl. You are not giving sex. You're not sexy. It's not like sex appeal. Your voice is not really that pinnacle to whereas you are the voice. You understand? Like you're not the voice to whereas regardless of how you look or what have you, I need to hear Latocha'S sing. I need to hear her. I need to hear her. You're not that girl. And you're not the look. So therefore go the gospel right. You got the runs and woo, woo. You look like, you have the face.
She got to have this second album shelved.
But she has the face of someone that needs prayer. So therefore a gospel album will be right up her alley. This is right for her. The gospel lane is strictly for her. And I think they thought they could manipulate the gospel people. Like we could slide in, like we are good Christian people. We are good, we good people, we good clean people. And y'all slid in, and now you're gonna slide right out because the gospel community don't play that.
The gospel community will drop you like a bad habit.
They don't play that. And like I said, the only reason she was apologizing,
they will drop you.
The only reason she was apologizing, in my opinion, 9 times out of 10, they got in contact with that ass. They got in contact.
Absolutely. Motown
they got in contact with that ass.
Clean this up.
And clean this up now.
You need to clean this up because it's not looking good for you or the label. We're spending our money to put this album out, and you're out here with all this scandal. You're on social media going back and forth with people, and you're trying to put out a gospel album. It's not looking good. Yolanda Adams would never. CeCe Winans would never. If you want to be gospel, you got to look at the gospel girls and look at what the gospel girls are. Erica would never.
They would never. And I think she's going to follow her husband right off a cliff because this ain't nobody bright, Rocky, and Bullwinkle idea but his. And that ain't nobody Rocky and Bullwinkle bright idea but his to come out. We'll say we got to open. We'll say that. That's even worse. Like Natasha, I got a song for you. Like since it's Sunday, I'm gonna bless the conjuration with the song. She was like, "It's me, Moonface, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, Moonface, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer." This is what you need to be singing next because you are definitely in the need of prayer because these lies no one believes them. Like we're more confused than ever. Like
and allegedly the new mistress is the niece of Rocky. So
the new mistress is not the niece. He's allegedly, according to Tasha K, she was in communication with his niece, who said she also slept with him. So she's trying to cultivate that interview.
So she's the interview.
No, but not yet. We don't know. Yeah, she didn't know.
If you allegedly sleeping with somebody's husband, you allegedly the mistress.
But can you be a niece and a mistress at the same time?
A mistress.
A mistress? This is just getting weird and nasty. This is really nasty.
It's getting real nasty. It's getting
weird and nasty. I think Latocha'S should have just when the sister came out and mentioned that $30,000, you should have just shut up, stood still, told your mama, calm your wig down, don't say nothing, just shut up, and try to call your sister on the low and not let your husband in the background. Oh, what's she talking about? And throw out because he even threw out low-key threats during that episode, in my opinion. That was the episode when he was like, "What's she talking about?" Well, she say this. We're gonna do. Why are you threatening my sister? Like y'all should have shut up from them because now you're digging a hole. And Miss Tasha K, she's like a dog with a bone. He has
the niece pregnant. So if he had a baby by the niece,
the niece is pregnant. Wait, what's going on?
No. Allegedly. If he had a baby by the niece, would that make the baby the cousin?
His nephew.
Nephew, son?
It's his nephew.
Ooh, we don't do that. We as a people, we don't be messing with our family members. So I don't know where you coming with that. I don't really know.
He's not messing around, have a baby with an extra leg. And this is not this is just really, and then like I was saying, he said that Tasha K allegedly recorded him without his knowledge, that he did not know that she was recording. And she broke down all the receipts and said, look, this is the conversation we had. This is, he was calling me for this interview because basically he was trying to swipe out the interviews. Like, take this interview. I'm going to give you some dirt and ditch that one. That's what it was seeming like. And basically now she's a dog with a bone and she's going to dig and dig and dig and dig. I think they made a big mistake. Like,
really, she was better off not doing the show at this point because it's just been a mess ever since she got on. It's been
a mistress.
And she did an apology tour. She gave half apologies to everybody. I'm sorry for making you feel sad, Candy. If I made you feel sad, I'm sorry. and I don't know about any alleged money that was taken, but you're my sister, and I'm reaching out, and I just want you to call me, even though I changed my phone number. I was reaching out to you, and you're not reaching back. And Tamika, I'm sorry, you was a friend of mine. I love your son, and
no, not her son, her daughter Eris. That's my girl. That's my girl.
I love her.
Girl, it's my girl.
I'm sorry to my mother, who's been dragged for being a mother. I'm like, what kind of half apology is this?
All I heard in the background was, what I need from you is understanding. That's all I heard while she was talking, and violins.
Yeah, like, and at the end of the day, even talking to the niece, that's your uncle. Why was you looking at your uncle in that way?
Why was he looking at her in that way?
Yeah, but was it consensual?
You got to see how old this niece is, and a lot of times, like when I say about grooming,
the niece-stress,
people are groomed. Like you never know, like how long this has been going on or what happened, because a lot of times people are being groomed. Because also Tamika, I believe her mother groomed her as well. She groomed her to take care of her sister. She groomed her to be protective of her sister. She groomed her to fight for her sister. Your sister's always right. The family comes first. And when you're groomed like that, a lot of times you can't decipher right from wrong. Like your sister could be wrong as hell, but you're going to ride or die with her because this is the way you were groomed and the way you was brought up to take care of the golden child. This is the golden child.
At some point, as an adult, you know. At all costs. As an adult, you know what's right and what's wrong.
But a lot of times, no, it's not the psyche, the way the mental work. A lot of times we could say that, people of sane and good sense, and you could say that. Some people, like a lot of times, I've seen people be groomed as like, and they have no realization like this is wrong because this is all they know. It's like this is, and it becomes a trigger. Because even when Candy and them were talking about Tasha with the group issue, you saw her had to calm herself down when they said she's acting like we Gladys Knight and she's the Pips, and they were like, going in on her a little bit, not crazy, but you could see in Tamika's face she was ready to attack them for her sister. She had to calm herself down because
she knew she was telling the truth.
But it's a reaction, like I said, just like she had to calm herself down from attacking them, and she's grown. You understand what I'm saying? She's grown. They're in a group. Your sister done stole from you. Your sister did stuff to you. What they're saying is affecting you as well. But your first instinct, because you are groomed as a grown woman, is to protect your sister. That was her initial.
That's how we are with our family anyway. Like if you're talking about my family,
but some people are groomed to protect certain people. Like some people, and a lot of times mothers do that with sons. They make their sons their pit bulls. Like they're groomed to be a pit bull for their mother. Like attack anything, and it's beyond what a normal son would do. And it's because you have no control what's right or what's wrong. Because if your sister's wrong in a group and you're grown, like you're saying, we're grown. Like if you're wrong, I should be able to tell you, like, that's wrong. I don't agree with that. I want to step out and do something. She's just stepping out now, trying to be creative and do stuff on her own because the sister's halfway out the door. She been wanting to do this stuff. But she didn't have the balls as a grown woman to step up and do this because she was groomed.
Yes, so I believe that this drama has negatively impacted her music career. I don't even know what Motown hasn't even really come out and said anything just yet, but I think they're still trying to figure it out. But this is not a good look.
She showed that single is probably gonna be the only single. So they got their bus decorated to drive around the city for no reason. Like, get your money back for that bus. I hope they can scrape the paint off because that gospel thing is over. Because girl, you're gonna have to come back with an apology and a real sanctified song. We want you crying on a mountain. Like you're gonna have to come with a lot.
They're supposed to be making up on this episode that's coming on tonight. But we know that makeup.
Yeah, we know it's fake.
We know it didn't last. So we're gonna move on to the next thing. We have Kevin Gates being outed by a transgender allegedly for messing with him.
I don't think she even outed him. She just told.
Was it public knowledge that he was messing with transgender?
I think it's just public knowledge that he's a freak. I think it's public knowledge that he's a freak, and so
it's the transgender woman did.
I gotta find out because I think he belongs to us. I think he's Well, to me, I think he's one of us. I gotta find out.
What does that mean?
When is Kevin Gates' birthday?
Oh, Gemini.
Oh no, he's not. Gates was born on February he's one of you. He belong to you.
We don't know February what?
February 5th.
No, that's Aquarius. That ain't Pisces. That's Aquarius. So
well, he belongs to y'all over there. He belongs to y'all over there.
No, that's Aquarius. Don't even do us. But
you like don't even put him over
here. Don't even do us.
But it's a known fact that he's a freak. Like I wouldn't put this past him.
He's just weird. He's weird.
And I think he's freaky because that interview that he did with young Miami, he had, and I'm not the one to be clutching pearls like all that. You know what I'm saying? Like the way he was talking and the way he was like, it's like overly like he draws you, and he has something about him that draws you in. Like
no, because it's weird. The stuff that he says is weird, and it's not even sexy. It's not like it just make you feel any type of way. It's just weird. You'd be like, oh. I wanted
to know. He says things. I wanted to button the fuck up. I was in the bed with my robe like this, like. I just wanted to cover because he was like, I will grab you and squeeze and put my nails in your butt cheeks and lift it up and spread it. Oh, and he was saying, I was like,
yeah, he's really disgusting.
Like, wait, he was like really.
Carol said that they not Aquarius not claiming him, so but his birthday is with y'all sign, so he ain't with us. So.
The Aquarius, Carol is the head of the Aquarius delegate, and she said that she wants to trade Kevin.
And to me, his beard looks artificial. It don't look real.
It's drawn on. It's very much.
It don't look real. As someone who has one, it just.
You're like, I know everything beard. You know, like, and
it was really like.
No, that's definitely a drawing.
So the transgender woman did an interview, basically saying that he didn't find out that she was transgender until mid-relations. While they were doing it, and after he found out he was okay with it. This is my thing as a transgender woman. You should let people know who you're dealing with that you're transgender to avoid any time, because he could have been one of those people that a lot of people. No, we have to put some texture to the story. This man was down getting the thing, about to go in and be a munch. Eat it up for lunch. That's what he was doing. He was on his way down there, face in the charcuterie board. And when he said that was already in relations.
He said no. She said he had his face, and then he came up. He was in relations of the lick, and she said that his tongue was in relations with her freshly sewn flaps. That's what it was. And when he came up, he asked her, are you? Because obviously maybe this is not his first go around. He knows what a made coochie look like. When you build a charcuterie board, he probably know what a charcuterie board looks like. Oh, this is, this doctor did this. I know these stitchings. That's probably what he probably looked at, like, I know this.
Because it doesn't naturally get moist, does it? Like
I don't know. I do have a friend that had it done. She said, yeah.
Does it naturally get?
She said after a while. She said because they sent her home with different size things for her to practice on. She was like, she had to like put it in every day, like, and do like the Kegel, basically Kegels, like ladies, y'all know about the Kegels. Basically, she had to Kegel and like move up a size. Excuse me. Like keep moving up a size, like after this side gets loose and it's freely, and she could do it, then move up a bigger size until next size because it's really tight. And she said, and if she don't do that every day, every day when she go to have an intimate act with her partner, it will hurt like hell, like because
it's ripping her out.
Yeah, it's like because it's like it's basically a sewn up shit that was made. So you gotta wear it out yourself. Like you gotta wear it. You gotta wear it out yourself. You can't let it get worn out.
Let's get him off the screen.
You gotta wear it out yourself. But he was down there, so he said she's like she think he may have seen the scarring, and then he came up and was like, "Hey, are you such and such?" And she was like, yeah. And he was like, I don't mind. And she's like, and then, they just kept on.
T.S. Madison went off on her because of, people fetishizing transgender and you coming out and you basically outing people.
But no. But see, T.S. Madison has been saying this for a while about a lot of the transgenders. And when they out people, she was saying, if you consider yourself a woman, right? Why are you out there telling that a woman slept with a man. You know what I'm saying? If you consider yourself a woman, that's her goal. That's why she's saying that. But she does a lot of things too. And I love T.S. Madison. She's another one that's on the wall. But she does a lot of stuff too that's not conducive to the transgender community. Like even with her recent interview with Ed Lover. Did you you present as a woman? Like when I see T.S. Madison, I see straight fish, cunt, tea. Like,
but she admits that she still has her thing.
Yeah, she does. But what I'm saying is that when you see her and when you approach her and how she likes to be addressed is as a female. You understand? She prefers to be addressed as a female, like because she looks like one of our aunties. She looks better than our aunties. Like she's a straight day walker. She's a day walker, like no flashlight needed. You know what I'm saying? She's a woman. Like you could see that she looks like a woman, but on the recent show, she said, yeah, because I like my D suck too. That just throws people head. I'm saying that throws people head. It's just like, why is this woman telling that she's a trans and that she's telling about Kevin Gates having relations with her, right? Why are you saying that? That's like, why did you just say that? Because now you fucked my head up. Yeah, I was on bigdickbitch.com. I saw it before, but that's not the point. But the point is like when you was in the interview, and it's big too. But what I'm saying, when you was in the interview, you said that, and it just threw me totally off. Like, yeah, I like to get mine sucked too, and y'all dapped it up. I was just thrown.
Well, she admitted that she still has it, so I guess it's no surprise.
No, I know that she still has it, but that's when you said that. But you, when you're a bitch, you know we eat with our eyes. You understand? We see with our eyes. So when you see a woman. Like when I look at her, I see woman. I can't call her. I don't know how people would say, "Oh, man," or something like that, or whatever like that. I could call her nothing but a woman because all I see is lady. You know what I'm saying? And when she said that, I was like, "Oh my God." Oh no, but just like but the girl could just be just like women have sex with men and they tell all the time. They get out there like, hey, I just slept with this person. I think she has a right. She's probably bragging on she caught what she considers to be a big fish, and maybe she wanted to brag on it.
Yeah, and people change. Let's talk about people changing. Let's talk about Angela, also known as Black China. So recently on IG, I did a post. It was a little shady post, and people got mad with me because I kind of went in on Angela. Not because I'm mad that she decided to change her life. I think it's a great thing. However, I do feel like we shouldn't do things to ourselves to be in this position in the first place. Why did you get that demonic tattoo on your body? I didn't even know she had it. You did not have to, but my thing is you do not have to get it on your, you do not have to get that stuff on your body. You do not have to get those fillers. You do not have to go to the hotel room and get shot up in the behind.
Why not?
You should have did that stuff to yourself in the first place. That was my point.
Tattoo is Baphomet, and everybody calling Tokyo Tony crazy, and everybody saying that she's crazy. Mama, it was not lying. Now she's a little eccentric and she's a little wild, and I'm glad she ain't my mama. Like she do kind of remind me of my mama back in the day, like loud, like really like loud crackheadish, like. But Tokyo, one thing about a person like Tokyo, they're gonna tell the truth. They're not gonna lie. She's not gonna lie. She's gonna be the Tokyo. I bet you won't catch her in a lie. She's gonna say what it is, and she's gonna say, and however she gonna give it how she lived. She gonna give it to you raw. She gonna give it straight. Like she said, China was out there looking like the Black Swan. She looked like a devil bird. She looked like Black Adam. And people, oh my God, how could you say that about your daughter or whatever? She told the truth. Like she was
telling the truth. And the point I was making was that when you sign deals, spiritual deals, they always come back to collect. And just because you said, I'm done, I'm tired of it, I'm not doing it no more, that doesn't stop them from coming back to collect. That was the point I was making. But
her mother also mentioned about this. Like she was telling about the deal with the devil and all this stuff, and people were calling her crazy. Like she got this.
Yeah. I mean, because Tokyo says a lot of crazy stuff, but in this instance, she was telling the truth. Like,
but what instance where she wasn't? Tell an instance where she wasn't.
I mean, she does say a lot of crazy stuff out of the way
It may be crazy, but everything this woman said was true. Now, people don't like how she says it because she's going to say it real raw and nasty. Maybe if she said it a little polite, like, oh my God, I think China is dealing with the devil. I think that she's into some things that she may not know about, or into something, and my daughter needs help. And please, people, can you please pray for my daughter? Because I think she's got mixed up in the wrong type of... Now, she said it like that. People would have been like, oh my God, poor China.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not.
No, I understand what you're saying. You're saying that when you make these deals, I understand what you're saying. When you make these deals with the devil, just because you wash up, just like you do certain dirt, and just because you go get in the bag, you can't wash that off.
I open the doors to the church if anybody wants to join.
You can't wash it. It's still, like you're saying, they're still going to come to collect. I get what you're saying. Like, no matter how you deflate your butt, no matter how you delete.
I think it's great that she's changing and she decided to get baptized and all of that. However, what I'm saying is y'all should not be signing these spiritual contracts in the first place.
But they
don't put yourself in a position. You don't have to do that to be successful. And she collected her money. She used whatever deal that she signed. She made a lot of money. She made millions. Even when she was on OnlyFans, she made millions.
But so do we know money? But this is the thing. Do we know what everybody do to become successful?
We don't know what everybody do, but I don't believe everybody signing demonic contracts. No, I don't think everybody is signing.
But what I'm saying is that a lot of times these people get mixed up into, like you said, these things that they can't get rid of. Because like you said, regardless of what you take out of your body, you still signed this contract. And like you said, they're going to come to collect. Regardless of how you could wash up. You could wash up all you want to, but you still did this. You understand? This is something that you did. You know, and that you did this to yourself.
And
this is
what I was mad at me. People was like, why are you mad at her for changing? And that was mean of you to say. That's mean spirited of you to say. Is it mean that I told the truth, or what?
No, that's very true. But what I'm saying is a lot of times they get caught up, and especially being young. What I was trying to say is, like, her mother wasn't lying, like what she was into or whatever. Obviously, she wasn't lying. But what I'm saying is that when you get caught up at a young age and you get into this thing, this fast money, this fast thing, and you don't know how serious, you think a 20-some-year-old or something going to know the severity of what they're doing?
You know, if you signing a deal with the devil, you know what you're doing at that
because point. They don't present. You think the devil going to tell you they the devil? The devil is probably sitting. They could sit right there. Like the devil know the Bible.
But you got the whole tattoo. You got the whole demonic tattoo on your body, and it was a big tattoo. I didn't even know about
also, that. According to her mother, she had the same thing that's on her body. She had a big, like a bowl, a big giant one of it, a statuette in her house of the same thing that's on her body, holding a big goat. So obviously, this is something that she said when she saw that, she picked it up.
She was obviously doing something. So
she was deep into some mess. But I said a lot of them do. Like, did you hear about Kim Barrell talking about Beyonce locking herself in the why would you even say that? Because like she's trying to say something by saying that. Because let me tell you something. If you go in there, I don't care what music you listening to, you go in a room and lock yourself in a room for 11 hours. What is that giving?
Look. Kim Barrell says a lot of things, and I'm gonna take it for face value. I don't believe that it was verbatim, like she was sitting there.
Right, but no, I don't think so. But with the way she said it, and the way you think, and like the recent accusations that came out about Beyonce, what Whitney Houston was doing, she's locking her ass in that room for 11 hours, for hours. Like go in there and turn on the music and lock. Because I know a lot of cokeheads. They go in the room and they lock themselves in the room and they'll play music or whatever. And they'll be in there for hours. Like I said, but people do that. So the first thing you're going to think either mental or drugs. You understand when someone says that. So why would Kim Barrell come out and say that? About, oh yeah, Jay-Z told me because she locked herself in a room for 11 hours and played my songs, my gospel songs. Because the first thing, if somebody locked themselves in a room for 11 hours and don't come out, that's either mental or you getting high in it.
That's alleged. That's alleged.
Like allegedly.
Beyonce, but the last story of the day. Chrisean allegedly spotted out in the street smoking marijuana while pregnant. And I don't know who's putting her to task, but she's allegedly still smoking weed and allegedly still drinking Hennessy.
This baby doesn't have a chance in the world.
So y'all keep her in prayer.
But you see her baby father came out. He made a statement about it.
What did he say? Blue?
Yeah, Blueface came out and he made a statement about people getting on her about smoking. He said, "Look, I smoke weed in this house. I'm a smoker. She's around me where I'm smoking anyway, and that one way or another, the baby's going to get the weed contact. So if he's not get, this is what his words, not mine. He said that if the baby gets, a little bit of weed, and it's basically
that baby gonna be slow. That baby gonna have issues.
So
issues.
This is I don't even understand. Like, this is like, will they be waiting at the doctors? Like, as soon as the baby pop out, they gonna catch, is ACS there or CPS or whatever, DS, whatever they call the people.
Not unless you ask for them to be there.
I said no, but if you're doing this publicly, what I'm saying is you're a public figure. You are someone that the girls are watching. You have millions of followers on Twitter, Instagram, and all these places. Hey, Mims.
Hey, Mims.
And you have all these followers. People are watching you, and you're saying, I'm pregnant, but you're still indulging. Mm-hmm. You're still indulging. So when the authorities or somebody, because, it's first protect the children. Because I know I know a white woman from upstate. She was an alcoholic, and she was drinking. And they banned her. They put a monitor on her for when she consumed alcohol, the alarm goes off because she was pregnant. And they was going to lock her up until she delivered a baby because she was pregnant and still indulging in alcohol. So what I'm saying is it's nothing that can be done because obviously, like, you're blatantly, like, you're
we don't know if she's really pregnant because I don't know if it's still storyline, but I don't know why she would lie about being pregnant, but she's still smoking weed. So if
but a lot of people still smoking weed and drinking while they're pregnant. That ain't nothing new.
That's not new, but it's not good for the baby.
But what I'm saying is not good to do publicly. Like, girl, if you was going to smoke and drink, at least do it off camera. Like, go somewhere like you just sitting there like smoking and drinking. I don't condone it, but girl, at this point, this is what I'm saying. Does the authority get involved? Because you're a public figure, someone's watching you do this.
Yeah, they got you on camera. I saw her on camera smoking. So.
Yeah, you're saying you're smoking, and your baby father is coming out with these videos, basically saying the baby's going to be a doo-doo baby anyway, because his words, not mine. He said that baby's going to be a doo-doo baby, and that and then he came out and said, "Well, if the baby gets
it's not good for the children."
It's not. It could cause fetal syndrome. It could cause Down syndrome. This baby could come out slow. And like a lot of people said, people that smoke weed, sometimes their babies are delayed in speech. They're delayed in speaking. Sometimes they don't speak until they're like 4 years old. They're sitting there looking at you like a duh. And I can't take no slow kid because I would have mushed them right in the face. Like,
on that note, we do have someone in the back. Hey, I'm gonna bring up Nola. Why you got Mama D up here, Nola?
With the obituary.
Whose obituary is
that? Was Baby Mother obituary, I think. Am I right, Nola?
why we brought?
Am I right, Nola?
Yes, but I just came up here. I found it fitting because we are burying Latocha'S career, just like she buried Bambi Mama. I'm just saying. Child, I ain't got nothing for Christian and Blue. I ain't got nothing for them. I will say they need to just go ahead and be careful because there are situations where when you do stuff like that and it's made out in public and DCSF or Child Support Protective Services or whatever it's called in your area, they be at the hospital waiting for you to go ahead on and deliver.
Hey, y'all. This is what I'm saying. Will they be at the foot of her bed? Like when she's sitting there with her feet up in the stirring and Blueface on the side, like, push that doodle baby out. But he's saying on beat. But he's not even saying it like, but he's saying push that do baby out. Because he's never on the beat. But he's not riding the beat. And he's on the side. And he's seeing her, he's encouraging her. And she's pushing. She's like, raw, because her shoulders is going to get very big. She's already shouldery. But when she gets pregnant, it's going to spread. Like she's going to really be quarterbacking. So she's going to be in that bed in delivery. Like, raw. And he's going to like, push the doodle baby. Is DCS and ACS and CPS going to be at the foot of her bed to catch that baby?
Cece, thank you for joining us.
I can't take me.
Oh my God, that's funny.
I feel like I'm in court again.
I didn't even.
I want to know. I need to know because I'm serious. Like, will they be there at the side to catch this baby?
I mean,
I don't think so.
They can, if somebody reported, if they report it, then it can be, but child, I just came up here in case Lataco might be listening to y'all, by the off chance. Girl, listen, just go ahead and tell the people I'm gonna give you this one PR stump for free. Go ahead and tell the people you are Old Testament wife, and they'll understand the open marriage. Because in the Old Testament, all the men had extra wives, girl.
Right, so it's biblification.
You know what I'm saying? It's a biblical thing, and you know how I get in my prayer closet, and the Lord told me
I gotta get my Bible out for this.
To be an Old Testament wife, a Genesis wife, an Old Testament child. That she go
the
ahead.
Church community not gonna buy it. They're not gonna buy it because we going by the New Testament. After Jesus died, we go by the New Testament. We don't go by that.
For
if
me,
that was the case, we'd be sacrificing.
She said that what's his name? Rocky is Lot and his wives. Rocky is Lot. Rocky is the new age Lot. Damn it.
Dad and Rose again.
I'm just trying to help her out, love. I'm just trying to help her out. Now I will say this though. I ain't gonna blame Lataco. I'm not gonna drag Lataco for her husband cheating. But I will drag her for covering up his whoredom. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame her for being a whore, for him being a whore. But I do blame her for covering up his whoredom. Like, girl, stop making statements. If anytime, this would be the time where I say, let him have it. Like, y'all ask him. That ain't me. I don't have nothing to do with that. I'm going to be quiet.
Yeah, it's making it worse. Every time you get on live, every time that you clap back at somebody, you're making it worse.
She's going to allow him to follow her. She's going to follow him, actually, like off a cliff, because it's sad.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. My screen is kind of dark and stuff. I was saying, nobody believe me. Hi, guys. Hi, y'all. I was talking, but I was like, I didn't know that I was muted. I didn't get... Why I've been trying to look at y'all stuff and shit. I was the first person with the like. It was me, and me. And so, and then I got on here at 1:30. Y'all was like, okay, I've been in traffic, pissed off, mad, and it was actually playing. It was just low, and I didn't hear it. So then I was like, I got to my destination. I'm at my son's house today.
We all had hearing complications today.
All I heard was, I said, "Is that Mace talking? What's she talking about?" I picked up my phone. Y'all was on my phone talking, but I didn't have you guys live. I want to say happy birthday to my son. He's 28 today. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
I'm here waiting on him to get here. So I actually didn't get to hear your whole show. I will do a replay, but I did get on when y'all talking about that nasty boy. I don't even like him anyway.
Kevin Gates.
Yeah, I don't like looking at him. I don't like the way he talk. I mean, the things he say is like awful.
But why are people so alarmed? That's why I don't understand. Like, this man is
because he's weird.
But he didn't come out. He didn't come out and say that this didn't happen. He didn't deny anything of
what he
gonna say. What he gonna say?
That he allegedly, had intercourse with a transgender woman. She came out and said that but her story was very telling. She said that, she met him. She met him online, whatever. And then he ended up telling, coming out to her city. Or I think she said they met up somehow or whatever. They went out to eat. He was a gentleman or whatever. She's like, he had that energy about him. Like, she just knew that she was going home with him because he had that energy. It was that freakness in him. And then when she got home, to his house, he introduced her to someone. I think he said it was his assistant. She said, but now that she's seen pictures, she think it may have been his wife or his girlfriend or whatever that he introduced her to. She said, so when she got, in the thing, she took off her clothes, whatever, he was down there, being a munch, eating it up for lunch. And then he came up and was like, are you, such and such? And she was like, yeah, I am. I hope you're not mad. And then he was like,
wait,
no.
she's
I guess it was at mid-munch. The way she screamed, it was like mid-munch, and he probably saw something and came up. And she said it was freshly stitched. That's what she said.
So is he denying it?
He didn't say anything about it.
Oh, he's saying he don't know nothing about it.
No,
he hasn't said anything.
Well, I haven't heard that he said anything. He didn't deny or confirm.
Okay, so yeah, then he
I don't think he cares.
He's probably just a freak, and people need to.
He cares. I don't care.
Sexuality is on a spectrum. If he was down there licking stitched up charcuterie board, so what? Like, leave that man alone. He is a freak. That man has the energy of lightning in him. He started a car with his bare hands. That's what he said.
But we have some people in the back.
Yes. I just want to come say hello. I miss you guys. I just want to say hello. And
yes, thank you for stopping by. Tell your son happy birthday. I hope he enjoys the day.
I definitely will. I'll see you guys sometime this week. Sister Nola, I'll talk to you a little later.
Thank you for coming up.
No problem. You guys have a good day.
That man, he said he took the power from the earth and put it on the car battery. And he has so much energy, like that was built up into him, that it came up from his foot.
I know we had the voice in the back. And I know you dropped off, but if you wanted to come back on, we'll bring you back. But Nola, do you have anything else to say before we bring in the next person?
I'ma just say I need Kimberly Burrell to stop sitting up here lying and exposing alleged truths. I just don't believe that Jay-Z called her and said my wife was locked in a room for 11 hours. He might have called her.
I was trying to
bring No, he didn't call her. She said no, he didn't call her and tell her that. She said that he ended up telling her, like she said that they got together. He ended up saying, you know what, my wife is very my wife really enjoys your music. And, you know, she locked herself in a room for 11 hours. And all I heard blasting through the door was your music. And that, you know, you must be, you know, for my wife to listen to your song for 11 hours straight. You know, you know, you're a queen. You know, she said Jay-Z was bowing to her, beautiful Jay-Z, because he is beautiful. And he was bowing to her, you know, like, you know, Beyonce loves you, you know, and
with the voice, please come back. Sorry for keeping you backstage. You know, it's hard to, you know,
not the voice going. Because
I want the voice to come back.
But I'm gonna need Latasha. I really need her because maybe I can sing background vocals. My throat ain't what it used to be, Latocha. But we definitely could get it on because I'm telling you, it's me, it's Moonface, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, Moonface, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. And I can even go down deep. It's me, oh Lord, Moonface, standing in the need of prayer. All that, I'm telling you. Like, they don't even want me to do my man voice. I'm going to turn my camera off and do the man voice. Hey, yo, hello? You hear me? Like, I could get real deep. Let me just get down real deep.
I can't.
Yo, what up? Yo, it's Maxwell, all right? What up? Like I used to get.
But thank you so much, Nola, for joining us.
I'm gonna go.
We appreciate you.
I'm going back to the comments because I can't take much. Love y'all.
Real deep. The throat ain't throating like it used to. Like, you know, ever since I've been screwed up.
Don't ever say doo-doo baby again in your life. Don't ever say it.
Don't you come in here, Mama Joyce, as a detective, you know, because you over there doing investigating reporting. You over here investigating, reporting.
Best internet.
You a journalist. You a real journalist.
Yeah,
so,
he's
you know,
investigating.
We gutter snipe over here. You know, it tends to get gutter snipe sometimes. So
do not. No, I mean nobody tells a story like MASE. But don't ever say doodoo baby again.
He said it, not me. He said that baby gonna be a doodoo baby, and I said doodoo baby.
And then she said it again.
She gonna keep saying it.
Yeah, you just leave it alone. At this point, just leave it alone.
He shouldn't have said that because I was like a doodle baby. He was like, yeah, but it was so funny because he was talking to me because I was responding back to the video. I was like a doodle baby. He was like, yeah, baby with a shitty diaper. So I was like, oh my God, ew.
But Phaedra Slayer, aka Mims, do you have anything to say about any of the topics that we have talked about thus far?
I want to know, did he keep on munching after he found out?
He kept going.
I could tell he probably likes that. He probably doesn't care. I just don't agree with that. I don't agree with just out. Well, I don't know. I'm conflicted. I was actually thinking about reaching out to T.S. Madison because she came out against what the girl had said.
She came out against the lady, like basically trying to make it a story. Like you're doing interviews telling people that you slept with Kevin Gates. And if you are a transgender woman and you identify as a woman, she feels like, why is it such a big story that you're sleeping with Kevin Gates?
Yeah, but this has been an ongoing thing for T.S. Madison. This has been something that T.S. Madison has been and she's obviously had a problem with a lot of the transgender community that outs men. And so she's saying, if you consider yourself a woman, like Shady said, like, why is it such a big deal that a woman slept with a man? You wouldn't be running to the internet.
I get that. I get all of that, and I understand it, but I always look at things from both sides. If there is a regular girl, a Corinne Steffens, or whatever she's calling herself now, or, you know, Brittany, whoever the flavor of the week is,
she goes by Elizabeth now.
Whatever her name is, she'll always be Superhead. To me, you know what I mean? I have her books. I've supported
me too. I got both of them.
She's doing that for people who didn't know who she was, you know, and I get that. I would love to interview her too. But no, the point that I'm making is, if it's not bad for a woman who was born a woman to do it, and people go up for that, you're telling her because she has transitioned, she's not allowed to do it. So I see both sides. Because
that's what I said earlier, Mims. That was
it's the gimmick. It's a gimmick for attention. Is that because she's transgender, then that's the story.
But see, that was my point earlier. What Mims was saying, I was saying a lot of women, like regular cisgender women, brag about who they slept with. So why is not okay for her as a transgender to brag about who she slept with? Like I said, she probably thought she had
to me, it's not a good look to sleep and tell anyway. It's still not a good
agree.
Look.
I just look at, I'm just playing devil's advocate. I absolutely agree. I understand where TS is coming from. Mm-hmm. If she's trying to move transgender women along and how they're viewed, I get that. But it's the same thing we say about Black women or Black men. We can't judge every transgender person based on this hoe or whatever. You know what I mean? We can't do that. Didn't mean to call her, but you know what I mean? The perception is that's what she's doing. She's over here messaging every rapper that she can, and anybody who contacts her, she uses that for a come up. But a lot of people do. All of these Shade Room Instagram women are doing the same thing. So can we really point our finger at her and say, just because you're trans? Because anybody who said that Kevin Gates munched on them would make it to the Shade Room.
Right.
But it's about you're outing somebody. That's what to me is about.
But I don't even think he was outed. I think he's just a freak. He's with it. Like if
he was outed, even
he
though
gives
he may not
off
care.
energy. I'm not too sure, but just to
even
me,
though he may not care about it, he was outed. Even though it doesn't bother him, that was his personal private business that was put out there.
But this is the thing, like this is like a double-edged sword because in one hand, yes, he was outed. Someone said that he slept with a transgender. Maybe he doesn't want that part of his life exposed. And on the other hand, if she is a transgender woman living her life as a woman, why can't she say who she slept with? These girls are doing it all the time. Girls are getting in there and saying who they slept with all the time. And like I said, you can't judge one transgender and like the whole, like she just ruined it for everybody. Because like I was saying earlier, because if that's the case, T.S. Madison does some things that a lot of people don't agree with. Like I love T.S. Madison. I think she's gorgeous. Like I said, she is a woman. She is fit. She is cunty. She is a day walker. But when she got on that recent interview with Ed Lover and she said that she likes her dick sucked too, it threw me for a loop.
Oh. Once you monetize, you can't talk like this, man.
No, I know.
Yes. Say it again, please. Say it again, please.
Let me curve my tongue.
Say it again, please.
But she cannot. She said that she likes to receive fellatio, and and her and Love adapted up over that. She said, "I like fellatio too. I like to receive from fellatio," and Love adapt up. They adapt up like two Negroes. So that was a little off-putting for me because I'm looking at a woman who said, and you carry yourself as a woman, you want to be addressed as a woman, you conduct yourself as a woman, you make it known that you look like a woman, ain't nothing man about you. And then you said that. True.
She considers herself a trans woman and is very open about not wanting to remove her appendage because she likes having it.
Right, but she does make a big deal when they call her man. If that's the case, if you're sitting there, if you're a transgender, she makes a big deal and she likes to be called a woman. She likes to be addressed. That's her. She likes to be addressed as her.
She said trans woman. And I don't think that's fair in the sense that, Robin isn't the most feminine woman, but if we're calling her masculine, she may not.
No, because it's not even about being feminine or masculine. Because like I said,
I'm saying specifically about her.
But if you carry yourself as a woman, she lives day to day as a woman, doesn't she? As a transgender woman, she lives.
That's just like saying that all mothers are great mothers.
No.
And the expectation is that a mom is going to know what's best for her child. And then you just talked about Krishan drinking and smoking. You know
right. But this is what I'm saying. So how can she say about the somebody's outing somebody when, like you said, it could just be, I'm a female, I had relations with a man, and I want to express it, and I want to tell, just like the other girls are doing.
Win,
this is what I'm saying.
You're not gonna win.
Say that again.
No, I'm just saying everybody. No, what I'm saying is everybody conduct themselves differently and want to be addressed differently. We can't judge a whole group of people over one person's actions. That's what I'm saying.
I agree with you. I'm talking about you specifically and how you feel that made you feel the way that
threw me off. Just personally, that just threw me off, not as an overall. And I'm just on the outside looking in. And when I see a woman that's physically a woman and that I'm known to address as a woman and say that, you know, that you're a woman, and then you say that out loud like that, it just threw me off. Just me.
I get it, but it's one of those things that's like, for me, it's a personal choice. Do I understand everything about everybody's lifestyle? No. I've talked about it on my channel. I don't, but the thing is, I don't have to. You know what I mean? I just choose to, whatever you choose to call yourself is what I'll call you. If you know, I get it. But the first time I was introduced to TS, no lie, I didn't know who TS was. People always, even before I was a content creator, they always used to send me like crazy videos. And the first time I got a video, I heard, and then it was like, it said, big,
.com. I've been on the website.
Yes, that was the thing. I was like, and I heard the thing, I did not know what it was. And then the next thing I knew, it was T.S. Madison.
Yeah, I was on the website. I was looking, and that thing was big. That thing was hanging.
What I'm saying is, she's still T.S. Madison. She still wants to be called, you know, a trans woman. And if she's open about her sexuality, I don't think that we could fault her for that. You know what I mean? I just think that it's one of those things that we will continue as a people have to progress, because everybody has an OnlyFans. Everybody is sleeping with everybody. Now your grandma might be the one to take your man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we've reached the point where sexuality is just open to whatever interpretation you want it to be. And I'm with you. Sometimes I don't get things, but it's not for me to get.
No, I didn't. No, I get it. I get it because I know a whole bunch of transgender. Like I was basically raised. I get it. I know a whole bunch of them personally. But like I said, but the thing is that just through like what people may not consider her. You know, they may not like what she said. You understand what I'm saying? Just like they may not like what she said or be taken aback from what she said because how she presents. Someone may not like what this lady said about telling. And they may like, oh, you a snitch. You're outing people. And she may feel that I'm not outing nobody. I'm just living my life. And this is who I slept with. And I have the right to say who I have relationships. It's my business too. She may be feeling that way.
I agree. I agree with you with that. I think we've reached a level where probably social media is the catalyst for this change in the way that people view sexuality, the way people view just about everything. Everything now is at your fingertips. We have a female rapper who back in the day when TLC was talking about sex with condoms, that was like controversial. Or
not even, you could go with Salt and Peppers when Salt and Pepper was
that was controversial.
Let's talk about sex, that was banned.
Now you got Carisha talking about she likes getting peed on. You know what I mean? Like we've reached a level where you may not be the kind of person who wants to get peed on. You may not want to be it, but this is what it is. You're watching the show, and that's what she wants to talk about. You know what I mean? But I get what you're saying, but I just don't think that. I think it's an antiquated way to think about things is what I'm getting at. Because now we've progressed past that.
Yeah, we have. Like I said, a lot of people have it. So a lot of things that could shock you may not shock me. And you know what I'm saying? Everybody has their realm of shock. So what this woman did, she shouldn't be called out for what she did on the thing because she probably feels she didn't do nothing wrong.
Well, okay, so here's the other side to that, right? For so long, gay people, it was like gay was wrong, gay was wrong, gay is wrong. And for select religious people, it still is. But if you are wanting to be accepted and the connotation for a male rapper is that it's wrong to be gay, you are kind of effing him up. because he's in a space where his sexuality being outed could potentially ruin his career, like Chingy. It's not the right thing, but I think what TS is saying is she's using the common sense thing. You knew that you were going to get a soundbite by discussing this, and you also now know that forever he will be considered gay. And in his
she basically clout-chased.
In his occupation, it could be that was the name. Brittany, what was her name? The girl who destroyed Chingy.
Sydney Star.
Brittany?
Sydney Star.
Let me tell you.
But she lied.
Randomly.
But she's been doing this for the. Do you remember Mims, the show Bill Cunningham?
No.
This is what I'm saying. This is how far Sydney Star goes back. Sydney Star was on the show Bill Cunningham. Like, if people in the chat, if y'all know who Bill Cunningham, the show that used to come on the WB, between Steve Wilkos and Jerry Springer. It used to come on 10 a.m. I know I used to cut school around that time. But she this is how far she went back. She went back. Her family brought her on Bill Cunningham because she was tricking rappers and basketball players when she was about 15. 16. Sydney Star. She always looked like she'd been transitioning.
She kind of got big off of tricking men and
her
not
family
telling the truth,
they
and
said
then
they was afraid
going
she
out
would
on
be
social media later and saying that she slept with these celebrities.
But this is before social media. This is before even Instagram. This is before. This is MySpace area when MySpace was on there. Her family was scared that she was going to get murdered, going out here tricking these men and lying, saying that she was a female and dating these rappers and dating basketball players, dating men of influence. And then they finding out later that she's not a woman. So her family brought her on the Bill Cunningham show to stop her from doing that. Like I said, she's been doing this for a long time. And that back then she was like 16 doing this. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
This is something that she was doing. And she did ruin Chingy's life. Well, his career, his rap career.
Yeah.
But I get both sides. I got to run. It's really cool. You know, I love.
See you later. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you so much.
Phaedra Slayer. Look at Mama Joyce with her detective outfit on, just detecting stuff, following breadcrumbs and everything.
Leave Doo Baby on this live. Don't bring it to the next one.
Don't bring Doo Baby nowhere. We're gonna leave Doo Baby alone.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on. We
Bye, y'all.
it.
Bye. See you later.
Bye. All right, we have one more person in the back. Thank you for hanging on with us. Hey, thick girl.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. What are your thoughts on any of the topics that we talked about tonight?
Now they done went to a whole other topic, but I get what Mans was saying about TS. She.
Did you mute yourself? Do you hear thick girl?
Mm-mm.
I don't hear. I don't know if you muted yourself or.
No, but that is a real thing, because a lot of things you can't tell people how to act and what to do and how to conduct themselves, because what may offend you may not offend the next person. Because I could even do a tuck. Like I've tucked people before. Like I could do a mean tuck with the duct tape. I'm very good at it.
Oh, the phone cut out. Oh, well, hopefully she can come back. But my thing about that situation was it was just used to try to out someone. I don't like that you were trying to out someone. You know what I mean? That was
I think she was
the whole basis
for
of that.
Attention. Like she's looking for a come up. She's looking for attention because now everyone's good. Thank God the story really didn't have legs like that where everyone's talking about it like, oh my God, Kevin Gates. Oh my God.
Because we already know Kevin Gates nasty, and I'm not saying that.
Well, we don't know if he's nasty, but he presents himself very freaky. He presents himself as eccentric. He presents himself as with it. Like he presents himself as I'm down with things. I don't know if it's gay things that he's down with, but he does give off like I'm not afraid. I'm willing to try stuff. He gives like adventurous.
He does give that I'll do anything once type of energy.
Yeah,
so that's to me that's what he gives. I mean, we have talked about a lot of stuff tonight. It was a good show. I want to thank all of y'all for dropping by. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Nola, Mims, Thick Girl, Cheryl,
yes,
Cece,
Robin, Ray
just
Ray.
simply Kimmy Nicole, Nola. If I didn't say Nola already, Carol, thank y'all so much for dropping in. Here's Thick Girl.
I'm sorry, y'all. I had to switch my internet back to the.
Hey, Thick Girl.
Hey, y'all.
No
hey,
y'all.
y'all.
You was talking and we was like, what happened?
Yeah, I was like, I was back there typing. I'm here. I hear y'all, but y'all don't. And then y'all started circling in my thing.
Well, now that we have you back, like, what are your thoughts on any of the topics that we had for tonight?
What I was about to say about TS was she does present as a woman. She looks like a woman. Her gender, her pronouns are she, her, and all of those. But she also says she loves her peen. She's not going. It's not going nowhere. She likes to have fellatio on her peen.
Hey, Cleo.
And so I don't know how that goes, but I do know she says she's a woman with a peen. That's how she.
Right. Like I said, we know that. I know that because I was on the website. You know what I'm saying? I know that because I'm a longtime fan of hers.
I know that because I love her to death.
Actually, I know because I love T.S. Madison. She just reminded me of one of my auntie. Like she
and her mama.
What I'm saying, somebody just looking at the show, somebody that's newly introduced to her, or whatever like that, and you're looking, you'll be thrown aback. Like, wait, what? You know what I'm saying? What? And so that may not seem appropriate to somebody. So you can't go around telling people what's appropriate and what they shouldn't do when you may be doing things that's not appropriate.
But I think her whole point was the outing of someone who was not necessarily out.
That's what we do as content creators. We give our opinion to the public about people, controversial things. That's how I think that's how she was looking at it. Like,
yeah, of course, because nobody wants to. That could be very detrimental to his rap career. Because, like Mims was saying, like a rapper, of course, like that's not typically normal for a rapper. So,
but you think the first time he been caught with a.
This is what I'm saying. But he gives off an array of I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever's down. You know, this is what floats my boat. This is something that I'm with. But when you don't know what people are thinking in their mind. She could have been like, this is just a come up for me. People going to know, people going to know my name or what have you, whatever. But a lot, like even the regular girls use the other rappers to get their name out there, whatever.
But she also needs to be careful because it can also do the opposite for her.
Right. And correct. There are a lot of transgenders who end up unalive.
Yeah, this is backfire and
somebody.
Yeah,
so you have to be careful with that.
And then if because you try to do this with somebody else, now your face is out there. You're out. You know what I'm saying? And they can look at you like, oh, you're trying to get me, so you can put me. So I think that she need to be careful with that because, baby, they not playing these days. They will do it with you, but as soon as their people find out, baby, now it's a whole nother ball game. You can women do it, but guess what? They're not going to be looked at as indifferently because they slept with a hoe. That's the difference between being a woman out here telling it and a transgender out here telling it.
A lot of them get deleted and it's not that the person didn't know. It's not that they didn't know.
They don't want the people to know.
They know, and as soon as it gets out, they're gonna want to kill you to kill what's inside them. Because while they taking you out, they're taking out what they feel is inside them. That's not gonna go nowhere.
And then they're gonna go find somebody that's gonna keep their mouth closed, and they still gonna do it. But now you're no longer here, so it's like be careful for yourself. Like people, 2023, people don't care. People their reputation means everything to them, and they are willing to do anything to keep their reputation intact. Now the RHOA thing, I can't wait because Sheree, the LAMH trailer came out, and Sheree over there telling people. The girl asked her, how does it feel being knowing he's a cheater or whatever? And Sheree said, well, I watched the show when you were a cheater too, girl. Like, so Sheree over here won OnlyFans on RHOA and trying to clean Martell up over here on LAMH. Like, girl, we not buying it.
I think it's all storyline.
That's what I'm saying. We're not buying it on either show. So no matter which show you on, we not buying this. Girl, bye.
She is not gonna do no OnlyFans. As bougie as she is, and she's not gonna do no OnlyFans.
Oh, Sheree.
In the trailer, please watch the trailer. It's on my page if you haven't seen it.
She probably do an OnlyFans. She probably would do an OnlyFans fitness if the money's coming in right.
No, but she talking about doing it with Martell.
With Martell, like.
But they could do some working out together, like, because they're both athletic.
But that ain't the way
they
saying it, Mace. That's not the way they're saying it, though.
No, I know which way they were saying it, but they need to do something like that, something athletic. I don't want to see my OnlyFans doing nothing. Ugh.
I want Martell to give Sheree her socks back because we all know he don't own socks. He never had socks on his feet. And whatever that was in his underwear when he unzipping his pants or was putting them on was not him because, baby, he has wore all the tight pants. We have seen this man veins in his ankles because his pants so tight. Boy, that is not you. I don't know if you've been ducking.
You saying that he done got stuffed?
Baby, that was a sock. We know a sock when we see a sock. Don't you pull one out your shirt either.
No, I don't have none today. This is all me.
When you wear tight pants all the time, you tend to put your business out there in the streets, the people are looking.
And we ain't
I think that the people are looking, but the people are looking. And when you show up differently, people are gonna be like, "Oh, what happened?"
Give Sheree her socks back. That's how I feel. Yeah. That's how I feel. Have we found out why Eva and them are divorcing? Because I missed that one.
Yeah, we were talking about that. We don't know the reason why.
Okay, so I missed that part. So I didn't know if y'all found something extra because now he's saying he's fighting for his wife. But what did he do to lose his wife? Why does she want to leave? Like, did you cheat? Did the fame go to her head with her new shows? And what is it? Because I'm talking about she asking for things
and leaving these men with no excuses.
Yeah. We know is that she filed for divorce,
right?
And she asking for things, and she asking for things like she want her own home. She want their assets to be split equally. She wants the debt to be split equally.
But she demands and stuff.
Like she's been thinking about this.
But she's being very fair.
Yeah, she is. But what I'm saying is, it's like she's been thinking about, like he's saying, no, I'm gonna fight for my wife. But when you look at a woman in marriage and the thing, you always thinking about it. Like, cause I know what I want in my divorce, and I ain't thinking about divorce, but I know what I want. But what I'm saying is, like, her foot is halfway out the door, and he's still thinking that it can be because she said it's irretrievably broken. And he like, nuh-uh, cause you ain't going nowhere, girl. I'm keeping you.
This sounds like a creeperization. Ooh. This sounds like it could have been a creeperization.
They said she got a new man on the low. Lord,
baby.
I think for her to exactly. It's just giving like something creepy going on. I think it's giving on his part because for her to come there with her, her demands. And everything's settled to demands. She already was like, sir, whatever you did, I'm done. So I got my demands. This is how I go. I'm trying to be very I'm trying to be very fair, and this is what's happening. So she's coming fair. She's not coming nasty.
Where's it coming from? Can y'all hear that?
It's not. It might be your phone, computer. It ain't mine.
It ain't me.
Because it sounds like the sound is moving. Every time it's happening, your sound is moving. So it's something on your end. But do you have anything to say about Latocha and her apology tour that she's on? Her apologizing to Candy, Tiny, and the mother.
Oh, also with that, I wrote this down. I forgot to say.
Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Let me mute myself.
Also, the third mistress, according to the interview on Tasha K Live, also said that Rocky said that Latocha was always mad because he was dating Candy first.
Was he? Why is that always the story that Candy was messing with the guy?
This is from the third mistress. The third alleged mistress is saying this is what Rocky told her.
And that's what I said, Mace. I said, is this the reason Latocha does not like Candy?
Right. That should be the reason.
But it makes me think, like, with these pictures that he all of a sudden got of Tamika, he breaking in her phone and he hacking her phone. Like, did he go to Candy and then try Tamika? And they was like, nah. And then he went to Tasha. Like, do she know she was down the line?
But obviously, even if he was messing with Candy, that was obviously years ago. And obviously, they didn't like each other.
He's saying it was around the same time when he met Tasha. Before he got with Tasha.
Before. So why you mad?
But also, it's been said that Candy was like, nah, but I got somebody for you.
But Tasha could be mad because that could hold a grudge, because if you was the second choice to somebody, even though
you allowed yourself to be the second choice,
but you took the opportunity. Probably she took the opportunity because she didn't have nothing better going on, and she took the opportunity. She probably will always side like, oh, this is the person he really wanted.
But the crazy part is, you said, remember, I had a boyfriend at that time, and he told my boyfriend that he wanted me and that he could leave practice because he was going to have me. Anyway. Like, baby, now they got an open marriage. Like, these stories go from one end all the way to the other end.
Because that's something that a pimp or a gigolo or a womanizer would say, and that's something that a womanizer would do. They will come up and act like they're big and bad, and that you are so worthy, and I want you so bad that I'm willing to
Can
fight.
She tell us the part
to do it, and that gets you open because you're like, oh my God, he stepped to my man. He didn't have no fear. He didn't care. He must really want me, girl. Oh my God, no, he's really.
Can she tell us the part with a dude step to him, because the acting like the dude just walked out the room is not that part is not going with me, because I don't know no black man that's gonna let no man walk up unless he was a big old simp. He had to be the biggest simp ever to allow a man to tell you this ain't my girl. I mean, yeah, come on now. Like, tell us the other part.
That's not realistic.
Look into her moon pie. That fool probably was glad that somebody came up and back then too.
You know what?
He probably looked at that moon pie and was like, I'm glad, Jill, you can take I'm up out of here.
You know what?
He probably was happy to give that away or whatever, because things like that happen.
Yeah, I think he embezzled a lot of that stuff.
Things like that. He moonwalked out that studio like, I'm out of here.
Embezzle? Y'all want to talk about embezzle? Embezzle.
But this is just this stuff. But hold up, y'all. Tonight, the sisters come together in the studio, and no money is said. Like, what? How do you get from going to y'all stole my money? Y'all stole my money. I'm mad. I'm pissed.
To protect her sister.
But if they would have did this, if they would have at least hashed it out in this scene, or hashed it out after this scene when they were talking, when they said that they got back after the studio thing, they was hugging and eyelashes and eyebrows being wiped off.
No, but the show didn't air. That's the difference. The show did not air. So now when the show airs, they could have squashed it. And now when that show airs, and people are, I'm chiming in, we're putting in our opinions, we're doing all this, you start to defend yourself. So now she's like, $30,000. I don't know what she's talking about. I didn't write
that's what I'm saying. Now that's the part that made it all go left, because now you're calling this girl a liar on national TV. You going to every interview station that you can go to. People saying it's only been 3 or 4 interviews. No, this girl has been on the news channels. She has done a good 10 different interviews, calling her sister a liar, telling her sister to pull the receipts, and everybody's acting like Tamika is just with the people that's on Tasha's side is acting like Tamika just pulled this out her butt and she's just trying to stop her sister's career. No, you cannot keep calling a person a liar, especially when they already feel like they have been diminished their entire life with the relationship with their mother, and think that they not going. Like when she said it, she was like, you know what? You keep taking up for her. You keep telling me to shut up. You keep doing this. And you also let them take $30,000 from me. They act like she planned to do that. No, when you can't keep backing somebody in a corner and think they're not going to come out swinging at some point in time. And that is what happened. So now for you to then go on and keep calling me liars on interview after interview after interview, and then your husband told me he got a tape of me and he got pictures of me after he done hacked my phone, and you lied and said you couldn't find the tape. The tape was stolen when he the only other person that got the code to the safe, but the safe still in your house. Like, what do you think was gonna happen? It ain't about her career. It's about Tamika finally standing up for herself and let her know, baby, you ain't gonna keep bullying me. I love me now. I just hope Tamika don't let that little fake apology, because baby, that was not an apology to Tamika, Tiny, nor Candy.
I haven't heard a response.
No, I don't think she's going to respond. I don't think she's.
I don't think she's going to respond. But I just hope she don't let that. Oh my God, that's it. That is my sister.
No, but she's
a fake apology because she didn't acknowledge
I said what I said. That's all to be said.
She didn't acknowledge anything. So if someone apologizes to you and they say, "If I hurt you" or "If I did this,"
thank you.
That's not a real apology. That's just something to keep you to shut up.
Yeah. Not only did she say "if," she also kept saying "but." When she said Tiny name, but Candy, but Tamika, but mama,
and she
grandma,
say Miss Diane is not telling the truth. How are you going to say that lady's lying? That lady has nothing but good on her face. I am telling you, when I saw Miss Diane on that screen, I smelled cornbread and biscuits. It was like such an overwhelming of goodness. Like, this is a good lady. Like, I could feel her energy.
Said she still love that girl.
Like, you could feel like, it's just like, oh, you just felt like you want to cuddle, like go in her house and get a blanket and lay on her couch.
The thing is, Tasha need to realize the truth is the truth is the truth. And if you did it, and it's gonna come out one way or the other. So you might as well get in front of it if you want this little piece of career to go anywhere. Going on the internet and saying you in an open marriage and you trying to get into gospel is not the way to go about making people look at you in a different light.
Especially the gospel community.
And the cocktails and the queens that drink too many cocktails, I know they feel like big fools the next day when she dropped all of those receipts.
They got paid. At the end of the day, they was feeding Latasha the BS so she could keep talking, and they got paid.
I hope they paid Lisa Ray extra. So
Lisa Ray, she need an Emmy.
She was milking it. She was milking it. Lisa Ray was milking it. Please pay her extra so she could get another white suit
with her all white on.
Because she was milking it down. Like, I felt that so all in my spirit.
She said we all felt that. I'm like, no, don't speak for me. I didn't feel nothing. Don't put that on me.
They probably didn't listen to the song.
No, they probably did, because Claudia never. Does Claudia even follow the Sam stories at this point? Because she'd be like
that is an R&B song that she put the Lord in. That was a song to Rocky, and she just placed Lord with Rocky, and all that whole album is a conversation with Rocky, wanting him to love her and give her a chance and stay with her. And she put the Lord name in place of Rocky name. I don't care what nobody say.
But with all that being said, I want to thank you so much, Thick Girl, for coming back on the show. We appreciate you.
Thank you. And congratulations again. Congratulations.
Thank you, love. Thank you.
And we hope to see you next time. And y'all
know you will.
Thick Girl as well.
Y'all know I'm always, we family. Y'all can't get rid of me.
Yes.
We are definitely family. Not Tasha. Thick Girl has been with us since the beginning.
Yes.
When we started our channel. So I appreciate you very much.
Always love y'all.
Love you too.
And I want to try to be funny when I said the sock thing, Mace. You know me.
Oh no, you don't care about my time.
Oh, we don't get our feelings hurt over here.
Yeah, we don't care. You know, we say we don't care.
Yeah, because you will pull one out. That's why I was like, don't you pull one out.
They flat today because I was going for like an 80s flatsy look. So I try to tape them down, get a little flat today so I could fit my jacket on. But if I had
one Mace on the YouTube, in these YouTube streets,
they would have
only one Mace Monroe, baby, and I love it. Love y'all.
Love you too.
Thank you so much, Thick Girl. Oh my God. So
that was another great show. Make sure y'all hit the like button on your way out. Tell a friend, share the video, like the video, and we will be back. Queens of R&B is about to come on a little bit.
This is not the finale. Is it coming out this?
I don't think this is the finale. This is episode 5. So the
next week is the finale. Okay, so our following show from the finale, I want to have fun with our people because our people been here supporting us, and I wanted to give away some money. Money.
Well, if you want to get some money, and you don't have to look no other way.
I was thinking, being for the season finale, for our season finale review. Maybe I could come up with some song lyrics of Escape at SWV. I'll give out the lyric. You tell me which group and which song it is. And then I'll send like $5, the big prize 10 or something, just a little something to give back to our people.
That's a good idea.
People that always support us, they always support us. So we don't have like where we could have like special shows, private shows yet. So, but I do appreciate you guys.
We all appreciate you, and make sure y'all like the video once again, and we will be back on Tuesday at 8:00 for the review of Queens of R&B. Thank y'all once again. Mace, do you have anything to say before we close out?
Doodle baby.
Mace, I guess you got to get it out. Got to get it out now.
Now I'm be going around looking at people babies like.
We will see y'all.
But the baby gonna look back at me like Jonathan Majors. Not me. Who, me? Yeah, you.
Mims gonna get you. Mims is gonna get you. But y'all, we will see y'all. Y'all, this has been a great show. Have a great weekend and be safe, y'all. Good night.